Now, there's been a lot of talk about a 2014 playoff in college football. Now, today, basically, the Big 12 and also, so I'm not going to just signal out Jim Phillips, the ACC commissioner, but Big 12 is also on board with this. But basically, they want to double the size of the playoff. We like 24. We want 24. And as y'all know, man, this is not really the best look for the ACC or even the Big 12, as I said earlier, because now you want to expand, and you got to think about the ACC and Big 12. Last year, both only had one team in the college football playoff. Now, I ain't gonna say and act like there ain't no bias. Obviously, bias does exist. But all they had was Miami. Miami barely got in. The big conversation was between them and obviously Notre Dame, even though Miami had the head-to-head. Obviously, the right decision was made because Miami made it all the way to the national championship and had a chance to win it all. And for the Big 12, the only team that made it was Texas Tech. BYU was a pretty damn good football team, obviously winning 10-plus games last year, and they showed the only team they couldn't beat really was Texas Tech. So, obviously, there's argument in that, but to expand to 24, man, I'm with ESPN and how they feel about it. I just feel like it's too much at the end of the day. Like, we got to conserve the sport. This sport is all about tradition. This sport is all about, obviously, the regular season mattering. We don't want this thing to become an NBA, right? You know what I'm saying? Or an MLB where it matters, obviously, so many games, or, you know what I'm saying, it's so easy to get to the postseason that we are looking forward to the postseason, not even valuing the regular season and what it has to bring and offer. I don't feel like the NFL is like that. We still value the regular season. Playoffs are even better, but we want to continue to value the sport. And ESPN gets it, which is obviously very good on their end, right? Because you would think ESPN, a big company, they obviously have a big player and they're a major stakeholder in this. And some of this you could say is obviously, some of this obviously could be, with financials and obviously making more money, right? ESPN has standing 10 toes down. They says it does not want a big expansion of the college football playoff, according to ACC Commissioner Jim Phillips, per Brett McMurphy. Phillips states that ESPN would like the playoff to remain at 12 or 14, but absolutely no more than 16. And I'm with him. 16 teams is way too damn much. Like, what are we doing at the end of the day? We are good where we're at. 12. If you want to add 2 to 4 teams, I'm cool with that. Yeah, at some point it becomes convoluted and we devalue the regular season, which is what the sport is known for. The big time matchups, the Ohio State, Texas, right? The LSU versus Clemson, right? Who's the real Death Valley? The Lane Kiffin storyline going back to Ole Miss. This is what we live for as college football fans. Don't rob us of that notion. Don't rob us of that theory. We want to see that. So I'm with them. I'm glad ESPN is kind of making a stake in this. And as we said, we want to see the top tier matchups. We don't need 24 teams to make it. And even, when you get to that many teams, come on, bro. We see so many teams blown out with a top 24, top 25 rating. We don't need that many damn teams in the CFP. 12, if you want to expand and make sure teams like Tulane and James Madison gets in, cool. Go to 14, let them play in the playoff before they go obviously in. We don't need no damn more than that, bro. That is good enough, bro. Now, I know a lot of stuff's been happening in college football. We got different things going on. NIL, transfer portal, legislation now being passed. It's a lot going on in the sport. Let's conserve the regular season. Let's keep tradition when it comes to that kind of stuff. Let's make sure we are watering our flowers, we are watering our plants, and making sure that we are doing what it needs to do so we can give the best product on the field. We don't need that many damn teams, bro. And I'm with ESPN. We don't need no damn 24 teams. Too much. What are we doing? Now, again, I'm with the ACC commissioner. We need to see more ACC teams in there. We need to see, obviously, more Big 12. But you got to win the games. You know what I'm saying? And we got to see more from you in those big games. Winning this SEC, ACC challenge to start the season, right? LSU, Clemson, Louisville, Ole Miss. Like, winning those type of games. Georgia Tech versus Tennessee. Like, those are opportunities for you to prove yourself and prove what your team and your, obviously, program and obviously your conference can do. That's what we need to see, man. So what are y'all guys' thoughts on a potential 2014 playoff? Are you guys with the expansion of what Jim Phillips and obviously the SEC or the Big 12 commissioner is for? Or are we good at 12? Comment down below.